Hey everyone, so today I want to talk to you guys about a supplement that's really been helping me a lot lately called cannabidiol or CBD. Now if you follow any of the Tinnitus or Meniere's disease Facebook groups, you've probably seen people talking about CBD, making all kinds of anecdotal claims. So I decided to try it for myself. I've been taking CBD oil, this kind right here, for the last couple weeks, and I have to say that I am beyond impressed. But before I get into it, let's start with some of the basics. First things first, CBD is one of at least 113 different cannabinoids found in the marijuana plant. Now, on its own, it's non-psychoactive, which means you will not get high from consuming CBD. Yet, it's believed to be responsible for many of the medicinal effects of cannabis. And while CBD is a component of marijuana and hemp, it can also be extracted and taken on its own as a supplement. Because of this, as long as a CBD product contains 0.3% THC or less, it's considered to be a hemp product and is legal in the US and many other countries as well. Also, as a quick aside, it's worth noting that hemp seed oil is a different thing altogether and contains little to no CBD. So hemp seed oil is not what we're talking about here today. Now, there are many different forms of CBD products available on the market. From isolated CBD powders to vape-ready concentrates and oils, as well as full-spectrum hemp plant tincture oils, which is what I've been using. And there are also multiple ways to ingest CBD. It can be consumed orally, it can be vaped or smoked and absorbed through the lungs, or it can be taken sublingually and absorbed through the capillaries under the tongue. For the sake of today's post, however, I will be focusing on my experiences with Charlotte's Web full spectrum hemp oil, of which CBD is the primary component. And I have to say that my experiences have been incredible. Though CBD doesn't seem to have any direct effect on either my tinnitus or my Meniere's disease symptoms. But indirectly, it's a godsend because it reduces my anxiety and my stress more than anything else I've ever tried by far. And when my stress and anxiety levels go down like that, my tinnitus is so much quieter and my Meniere symptoms improve. Now, when I first tried the CBD, I was having a lot of anxiety. I've been dealing with an ongoing neck injury, and after getting a massage, I noticed that they were selling the Charlotte's Web brand of CBD oil at the spa where I had just gotten the massage. And I had heard of this brand before, and I was also curious, so I decided to give it a shot. And within 15 to 20 minutes of taking it, my anxiety was gone. And not just diminished, but gone entirely. Now, it's hard to describe what it feels like when you take CBD because honestly, I've never really felt anything quite like it before. The first thing I noticed was sort of a subtle but wonderful feeling in my body. My muscles were relaxed. I felt really good physically. And then almost immediately, the physical symptoms of my anxiety went away. That uncomfortable tension in my chest and my stomach, it disappeared. And mentally, I was calm and focused, and I guess you could say most importantly, I was not impaired. Though I realize now that the recommended dosage that I took initially was much more than what I actually needed. At these higher doses, I noticed a slight, maybe somewhat uncomfortable pressure on my head, and it was also a little bit sedating as well. I ultimately found that I needed much less to control my anxiety, with as little as 25% of my initial dose being just as effective for the anxiety and stress, but without any of the side effects. Finding the right dosage seems to involve a lot of trial and error for most people, from what I can tell. But the CBD has also helped my sleep, which again, I think it's more of a product of the stress and anxiety relief than anything else. Because it's much easier to fall asleep when your body is very calm and your mind isn't racing with all kinds of thoughts and anxieties. Now, I should point out that everyone seems to have a different experience with CBD. Many people do experience the benefits immediately like I did, while for others, it's more of a cumulative effect, requiring daily consumption. And some don't seem to notice any effects at all. But my personal experience has been transformative because I've struggled with anxiety for most of my life, and suddenly finding a tool like CBD that provides such a remarkable level of relief is wonderful beyond words. The only real drawback is the cost. Now, I have a feeling that it's going to become more accessible as time goes on, but for now, it's not cheap. You can expect to pay anywhere between 20 cents and over $3 per dose, depending on the concentration, how much you need to take, and how much you purchase it at once. A lot of companies offer pretty substantial discounts when you purchase in bulk. But at the end of the day, it's worth it for me, at least for now, to use on an as-needed basis, and it just might be worth it for you too. So that's all from me for today. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you'd like to try CBD or if you want to learn more, I've included a link for more information as well as a list of reputable vendors in the video description below. Thanks, everybody.